It's year 2 in the NFL for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but his first training camp here at Missouri Western. And while he's battling the heat, he's honing some new skills as well.
Heading into Tuesday, the Chiefs stood with 7 players on the COVID-19 list, and that number doubled by the end of the day.
Coach, I talked to your guys yesterday. They were saying you've been telling them all year you guys were going to be in this position to go get a district championship. Now that you're finally here, what's it feel like?
Merrill currently serves as Associate AD at Division I Illinois State, and he says he fully believes in the potential of Missouri Western as a whole.
Right down the street from Lambert's, the home of throwed rolls. But here at U.S. Baseball Park, Jaiden Woodside was throwing baseballs, and he did a pretty good job of it today.
The national signing period opened last week, and we saw another city athlete signed to perform at the Division I level on Monday. But it's not a sport you've seen her in before.
You can see things are starting to get going behind me for training camp. We got some tractors out on the field or something. The Dragons have gotten the results they've been looking for all year on the field, but Coach Aaron Fritz says it hasn't come without their struggles.
Obviously, coming into college, you probably come in with goals and everything, so those are just honestly a couple of goals that I wanted to hit. My freshman year, I wasn't very sure if I was going to hit. I was like, oh, it's going to take some grinding, some work, so just to finally seeing the work that I've put in pay off has been pretty nice.
Not many players get the chance to score 1,000 points in their career, but St. Joe native Jaiden Bristol has done it twice, once at Central High School and now again at Benedictine College.
Scoring 1,000 points in college is definitely a lot harder than high school, so I knew that I would have to grind and work as hard as I could to kind of put myself and take myself to that next level.
Bristol achieved the feat with a free throw in the first half of a win over Central Methodist last Saturday.
After I made it, everybody announced it and everybody started cheering it. It was honestly really cool because it's like something I've never really felt before. And I had like goosebumps shooting my second free throw, and I was like, man, I really hope I don't miss this one as well. So it was just, I don't know, it was crazy. It was a lifetime experience right there.
Bristol is the 6th Ravens player under head coach Ryan Moody to hit the 1,000-point mark. Coach says Bristol has been an invaluable asset to their team.
All the credit goes to Jaiden. He works his tail off. He's worked his tail off for 4 years. I think it goes to show with the rebounding and the assists and the points how well-rounded he is and how unselfish he is.
Unselfish is the best way to describe Bristol, both on and off the court. Even as he reaches this personal milestone, he says he hopes others can join the club.
In a sense, kind of like a bragging right, honestly. So I've just been messing with some guys, but we probably have like 3 or 4 more guys on this team that will hit 1,000 points. So trying to get them to do that now.
Jacob Lang, News Press Now Sports.
Soccer champion,
Bishop LeBlond has been working for 10 years to take home another district title. But for 2 of them, they've been working much longer.
We've been playing together since I can remember.
I can't imagine playing soccer without her.
Seniors Reese, Robertson, and Libby Weddle started playing together when they were just 3 years old.
When we were little, our dads coached us, so that was really interesting. They didn't really have any knowledge of soccer.
We played every single sport together, so I think soccer was definitely it was a more special time for both of us.
Now, 15 years later, the duo is leading the Eagles into the state quarterfinals, where they will look for the first Final Four berth in program history. Having played together for so long, their connection on the field has brought success to the Eagles this season.
I just think it's all about trust. We have 100% trust in each other, and if we yell for a pass, we know that it's going to be there.
You know, our chemistry on the field really helps the team because I think everybody kind of feeds off of our energy, so I think it's just a really special connection.
As they fight to keep their season alive, they say they'll always cherish the memories of playing together.
It's really interesting to see old pictures of ourselves, like 3 years old with a soccer ball, and it's surreal.
We're just really excited and proud of each other, and I think, this is going to be one of the last times that Reese and I will ever play with each other, so it's just really special, and it's important for us to leave it all on the field. So,
Jacob Lang, News Press Now Sports. The Chiefs are leading the race for the AFC West, but the Chargers are trying to spoil the party as the 2 teams square off in a Thursday night divisional matchup. The Chiefs are 1 game ahead of the Chargers for the AFC West lead, so Thursday's game could be pivotal in the division race. In their first meeting this season, the Chargers were victorious at Arrowhead Stadium in a game where the Chiefs turned the ball over 4 times. Since then, Patrick Mahomes says the team has put more emphasis on taking care of the ball, and it's paid off in recent weeks. Now taking a look at the injury reports from Wednesday's practices. 2 players were ruled out for Thursday's game. Cornerback L'Jarius Sneed will not play after missing practice this week following the death of his brother. In addition, linebacker Willie Gay was placed on the COVID list. He joins Chris Jones and Josh Gordon as 3 Chiefs are on the COVID list this week. For the Chargers, 4 players are listed as game time decisions, including Austin Eckler, Derwin James, and Asante Samuel Jr. That takes us to this week's matchup. Thursday night at SoFi Stadium in LA, the Chiefs taking on the Chargers. KC sitting at 9-4, LA right behind them at 8-5. The division on the line in this one. Kickoff set for 7:20 on Thursday night, and you can catch the action on Fox 26 KNPN. Riding a 5-game winning streak, the Missouri Western men are heating up just in time for a rivalry matchup this weekend. The Griffin men will roll into Maryville to take on Northwest Saturday. The Griffin offense has been one of the best in the conference early on. Western has 5 different players scoring in double digits in MIAA play, ranking 3rd in the conference in scoring and 1st in 3-pointers. And it'll be 2 clinical units on display Saturday. The Griffins and Bearcats both holding the top 2 spots in the conference in turnover margin and assist-to-turnover ratio. Western is beaming with confidence in its offense after its 4-0 start to conference play. One team will have to suffer their first loss of the MIAA campaign on Saturday, a 1:30 doubleheader up in Maryville. The only 2 4-0 conference teams in the MIAA will have more on the matchups leading up to that game on Saturday. Northwest had its final non-conference matchup this season on Wednesday, a battle of the Bearcats. Northwest women taking on McKendree. Northwest with a 25-point victory at Bearcat Arena. They now look ahead to a rivalry matchup with Western on Saturday as well. And over to the football field, the awards continuing to roll in for the Bearcat football program. Northwest landed 4 All-American selections, the most for any program in the nation. On offense, senior lineman Tanner Owen and senior running back Al McKellar earned first-team honors, and 2 others on defense with senior defensive lineman Sam Roberts and senior linebacker Jackson Barnes also making first team. The Bearcats ended their season in the NCAA Division II quarterfinals, finishing out with a record of 11-2 on the year. That's all for your look at sports.